Hey everybody, it's Josh with FL Gardening. Right now what we got going on is some potting mix and some seed starter trays that I built. It's very bright out here right now. Okay, let's try to focus this. Alright, so what we got is some potting mix and some seed starting trays that I built. These are little 1-inch pots. Put them in some trays. I'm gonna try to fill these all with this potting mix. Hopefully I got enough. Then I'm gonna plant some seeds that I've been purchasing recently. Right now it is the 17th of July. About mid-month, I'm gonna try to get a little head start on my late August, early September garden with some of these things. Mostly tomatoes and peppers. And there's an eggplant in here. But I've got some Everglades tomatoes I'm gonna plant, some Carolina Reapers, some eggplant. It's the bride variety. I've never tried that before. Looks really cool though. It's white and purple stripes. It's pretty cool. Scotch bonnet. Santaka pepper. Both kind of hot. Shishito pepper. I learned about all of these peppers from a guy named Kang Star. He has a YouTube channel. I'll put it in the description. Really helpful. He does a lot of like hydroponic type stuff, but he focuses a lot on peppers. He really loves spicy peppers. Got a wild Galapagos tomato. That should be pretty interesting. I'm really excited to grow that. They grow really tiny cherry tomatoes that are orangish. I got a really, really weird cucumber. It's called Brown Russian. It looks kind of like a potato on the outside. It is actually brown and it's kind of shaped like a potato. But looks like a cucumber on the inside. So I hope those grow. A black cherry tomato. So it's a small, darker cherry tomato. And then a Cherokee purple tomato. And that is a really large heirloom tomato. So I'm gonna put the dirt in here, plant these seeds, and then I got some little plastic domes I can put over top of these to hopefully keep them super humid. All right, so here's something I thought was important while I was doing it. I wanted to point this out. I've got potting mix to start my seeds that I've put in here, which is fine. You can definitely use this. I've done this before and it definitely works. But I kind of wanted to show or talk about the difference between the potting mix and like a seed starting medium. Usually seed starting mediums don't really have much organic material. A lot of times they're just peat moss or sand, maybe a tiny bit of compost. But this potting mix has like larger pieces of things in it, like lots of large sticks, like this was in there. Lots of large debris, which is fine if you're planting a plant that's already established, but these little things can damage a young seedling's start. It's like, imagine trying to grow up through that. You know, it's not that huge of a deal to a larger plant, but to a baby seedling, you know, you want to help them as much as they can when they're young. So that's the difference. If you wanted to get a seed starting mix, it'll probably not contain much of these larger sticks, but this potting mix has these larger sticks. Like I said, I've used this before and it's worked fine, but I bet you'd get a little bit better success with an actual seed starting mix. All right, everything has been planted. We got the bride, eggplant, Scotch bonnet. Can't even read my own handwriting. But put a plant tag in all of them. Both of these rows have wild Galapagos tomato in it. So I got them all trayed up. Some of these are getting a little bit of sun already on that corner. Hopefully that's okay. It's late in the day though. It is 3 o'clock almost. So I'll keep an eye on them, see how much sun they get in the evening. But when I bought these trays and containers, I thought that what I was putting these seed containers in was the drip tray that would end up holding the plastic dome on the top, but it was not. So the plastic dome didn't sit on there just right. So I use these extra plant tags around in each little container to hold the plastic domes up off of the dirt, because if not, they were just laying flat right on the dirt. So yeah, that'll help keep it super humid in there. I really wish I bought the correct trays for the bottom, because I could put a little bit of water in there and that would help them germinate as well. But I think they'll do okay. All right, it's July 31st now. So it's been about 2 weeks since I initially planted these, and you can see we have a lot of sprouts. I don't think having the incorrect tray on the bottom affected them at all. I just made sure that they stayed moist and kept the domes on them. All right, you can see most of the seeds have popped up. There's a few that haven't. Over here, let's see if we can get a better shot. These are all of the Everglades tomatoes. I'm actually gonna have to thin some of these out because a lot of them germinated. But these are the Carolina Reapers. They're starting to pop off. I would say that those are the weakest starting ones though. Scotch bonnets over there, all good. Black cherry tomato. The Santaka pepper exploded in that one back there. I have to really thin that one out. Shishito pepper, wild Galapagos. Cherokee purple tomato. So yeah, we got a pretty good spread. I'm gonna have to thin some of these out and just choose the best looking ones. Let's see. I just use these little cheap clippers. I got these from the Dollar Tree, actually. So let's see. I'll just pick 2 of these to clip out. Over here. I'll just clip out these 2. And this guy. But I'll continue to thin those out in a little bit. I also wanted to show you how the cloner plants are doing. So yeah, I'll finish thinning those seedlings out a little bit. In the meantime, I wanted to show you how the cloner plants are doing. This is the Hawaiian Pepper. You can see it's got a pretty good root on there, so I'm going to be planting these today in little pots. Yeah, chocolate habanero over here. It's got a good root going on it. Another chocolate habanero. Tiny root, struggling a little bit. Got the ghost pepper plant over here with a pretty good root going. I don't think coffee is doing too much. Not too much going on in coffee. Maybe I need to take a little bit of a thicker cutting. Because I noticed on this ghost pepper, it's a pretty thick cutting and it did well. The Vietnamese peppers, none of those took. All of those died, ended up shriveling up. This turning brown. I could probably throw this one out. But definitely overall, here being in this spot, me keeping a better eye on water level and how clean the water is, the plants are definitely getting a little bit better results. You can see this one in this far corner has a ton of roots. That's a Hawaiian pepper. The Hawaiian peppers have done pretty well with cloning. So that's what we got going on in the cloner right now. I also just yesterday got 90 bags of mulch delivered. I got these delivered from Seffner Rock and Gravel. I'll put a link to their website below. It was pretty decently priced, I thought, for 90 bags. This is pretty high quality mulch. It's shredded. They're 3 cubic foot bags. For 90 bags, I paid $330, and that includes delivery. The driver was really good. He was able to squeeze his big dump truck right in between this gate and just dumped it right here, which is perfect. So I plan on remulching all of that. Alright, I also wanted to show you guys a new addition and just kind of the soil I'm going to use to pot these plants that I got. The little clippings, 2 new pepper plants, which I'll talk to you about, and then give you a little update on the ones in the water bottles that I cloned as well. So I guess I'll start there. The only ones that made it in the water bottle cloners were the Hawaiian peppers. These ones seem to propagate the easiest out of all the peppers that I have. You can see this one has got, let me see if I can get a shot. There we go. This one's got a pretty good root going in there. And that was just a water bottle, maybe halfway, 2/3 of the way full. And just stuck this clipping in there. And this is another Hawaiian. Let's see. It's hard to see. I'll just try to pull it out. Yeah. There we go. Little roots. So I don't know if I should leave this in the water bottle a little bit longer or not, but I'm going to try to plant it and see what happens, since these seem to propagate really, really easily. So these are the new additions that I got. I ordered them from a site called Pepper Joe's. They have a lot of hot pepper seeds and unique peppers, and they do their own sauces and stuff. I've ordered their habanero ketchup. If you're into some spicy stuff, they've got good products. I'll put a link to their website below. But this is the Chiroroxa, I think I'm saying that right. But it's supposed to be one of the most interesting pepper plants. The way it grows is a little bit different. You can kind of already see the leaves. They look unique to other peppers. Most peppers look pretty similar, something along those lines. But the pepper grows kind of like a pinkish purple pepper, and it's shaped kind of like a bell or something. Like a little ringing bell. Should be pretty interesting though. They're supposed to be kind of sweet and not as hot as a habanero. But anyways, I'm gonna transplant those into some old pots that I've got. Bought these lantana mostly from Lowe's, pentas, just a bunch of random Florida flowers. But I'm gonna put them in a pot with some of this potting soil. It's supposed to be pretty good stuff. So hopefully this gets us off to a good start. And over here I've got some wood ash from our fireplaces from the last couple years. I'll sprinkle that in there too. Heard that's supposed to be pretty good. But I wanted to show you some other plants that we've got going along the side as well. Here's our Everglades tomato. This guy was a volunteer. He just kind of popped up and has gone wild. Going crazy! But yeah, you can see there's a lot of tomatoes down here. Maybe you can, maybe you can't see. But yeah, there's tomatoes all over this thing. Looks really healthy. So I might try to save some seeds from that. Over here we got our roselle going. It's loving it. I don't see any flowers or anything yet, but soon enough. Stevia. A little jasmine. Here's our tea plant. Got some turmeric tucked back there, and then this ginger is going wild. Got our jaboticaba here. It's liking it. Fig tree is also liking it. But here's the original chocolate habanero that we took cuttings from. I think we can safely say he's a goner. But yeah, that's what I got going on in the garden right now. I still plan on doing a video about building these garden beds. Sorry, I've been really busy with work. And the weather has slowed me down a bit too, but I still plan on releasing a video about the plans and just kind of a step-by-step guide. But yeah, I hope this video helps you out with your Florida gardening. If it did, or if you're just interested in watching my success and failure in the garden, please like and subscribe to the page. I'll try to post monthly videos just to show you what I got going on in my Central Florida garden. Cool, I hope this helps you and have a good day.